What's going on, you guys? It's the FPL Penguin back again with another stream for you all. Hope you're all doing good. In today's stream, we're going to be talking about all things FPL, how we all got on in Game Week 9 and Game Week 10, some of my future plans for this weekend. Is this weekend's deadline. So I hope everyone's doing good. We've got quite a bit to talk about. Do get yourself in chat and we'll have a look at some comments very, very soon. Let me know how you guys got on in the week that's just gone, Game Week 9. What a week it was. Absolutely crazy. So without any time to waste, let's get straight into it. So 96 points for the Penguin. Gained overall in rank, gained about just over 500k, nearly 600k overall. I think it was about, is it that much? 500, but yeah, less than 600k I gained. So I'm over the moon about that. So I'm in the top 600k. I'm out of that million sort of figure. It's the first time out of it. We'll have a look now actually. So I'm over the moon about it, as you can see on the left hand side. Hopefully my giant head isn't blocking it. So I started off just under 2 million. This is the first time being in a six-figure rank. So I'm over the moon about that. To get out of it. So the only chips I played this season so far is wildcard, like everybody else, but I played mine in Game Week 3. But I'm well chuffed about it. 96 points. 96 points. I got Raya started, trips, coming off the field before Fulham scored. So the double Newcastle defensive asset managers are mudded. Saliba didn't get anything. He conceded, unfortunate to Harry Kane, penalty. Trent, I don't really want to talk much about Liverpool, but we're going to have to because I've got Salah in there as well. Walker going off with an injury, so that's going to add to those woes along with Mitrovic, you can see there. So Martinelli got something. Maddison we'll have a talk about in a minute. Jesus got a return. Haaland with the captaincy. Ward got 8 points. Very surprised about that. Well, so it's no biggie. But Haaland was the right captaincy call. I was this close to captain Mo Salah. We'll talk about Mo Salah a bit later on. We're probably going for about 15-20 minutes. I don't want to spend too long with it. But part of my Game Week 10 plans we're going to talk about very, very soon. So Salah's probably involved in that, obviously. But Haaland, he is an absolute monster, isn't he? 14 goals, guys. 14 goals for Haaland. He's got 7 more goals than the next highest goal scorer, top goal scorer. That's Kane, is it, with 7 goals? This guy's going to get like well over 40 goals for sure this season if he stays fit. And he hasn't got a World Cup as well to competition to be in. So this guy's an absolute monster. He's returned, barring that blank game week for everybody, he's returned in every single game week so far this season. He's on a winning streak. He's on a return streak. This guy is unhuman. He's crazy. He really is. So all the moon about that. Salah captain is people who went against Haaland captaincy. I don't even feel sorry for you. I've got to be honest. You know what Haaland's like. I know you were going against it. And Manchester United might put up a bit of a fight. They didn't. Well, they kind of did near the end. But you should have gone for Haaland. He's fixture proof for the rest of the season now, barring if he gets injured and get blank game week 12, of course. But you've got to captain him. You've just plummeted down in rank now. You've lost and there's extra points. On those extra 23 points, you can't make the same mistake twice. I made a mistake by not captaining Haaland against Forest. Now, he didn't get as many points like he did against Manchester United, but I'm not making that same mistake twice. He's going to be captain until he gets injured, or unless it's blank game week, like in game week 12, which we'll talk about as well. So Maddison, can't talk about him. Absolutely incredible. Only owned by 1 million managers, right? 1 million managers, guys. out of like over 10 million. So like 9.5 million didn't own Maddison going into last night's game. Bloody brilliant. That's all I'm going to say. Absolutely amazing. We were feasting last night, us Maddison owners. Absolutely incredible. He was at like just 10% going into this game week, and he's just an absolute gem. I mean, Gareth would not give a crap and not give a shit, basically, what I have to say, or anybody. But if you want to keep your job, Gareth, if you want England to do well at the World Cup and not embarrass ourselves, put Maddison on the plane. Get him on the plane to the World Cup. He's just absolutely incredible. You want that attacking flair, that extra attacking flair, put him on the plane, Gareth. Honestly to God, he's incredible. Even before that game, he's incredible. Last few seasons at Leicester. But yeah, he really helped out a lot. I think I was at 900k before that Leicester game, and I just shot up to finished on 568k. So cheers, 400k rise going into that game. After that game, absolutely over the moon. So yeah, that's where I'm at the minute. We'll see what everyone's saying. We've got a few people in chat. Who did you captain? Anyone go rogue? How you doing, mate? 107 points, absolutely incredible. Where you up to now, mate? Up to 21k, my highest ever rank. Incredible, mate. Incredible. Have you played any chips as well? Let me know. But yeah, absolutely incredible, mate. Keep it up. Never go up. How you doing, mate? 102 with a -4 hit. Is not too shabby, I guess. You got a green hour, I expect. Yeah, I'm assuming. Absolutely amazing. Nasty Balls, how you doing, mate? I'll be doing good. I don't know what the emoji was. It's not appeared on my side. Hello, 109 points, John. 300k to 42k. Are you serious? That's incredible, mate. 300k to 42k. You're absolutely rocking it. Absolutely rocking it, mate. Never give up. What is he saying? I've got Anderson, Mitra, and Patterson flagged at the minute. Just waiting until the game week starts. No rush. Yeah, we'll talk about what my game week 10 plans are at the minute. We know we've got Champions League coming up in all those European games again, so that's going to be fun. Probably more injuries to add to that. I think a lot of us were okay last game week in that Champions League one. I think it was international on about. Denver, how you doing? A name I've not seen for a long time. How you doing? Are we doing good, mate? 99 points. Almiron, first bench, brought in Salah, took out KDB. To be honest with you, I did that move as well. I brought in Salah and I took out Kevin De Bruyne going to the game that's just gone. It didn't really matter because Kevin De Bruyne, did he only get like 3 more points than Salah? So it wasn't anything to worry about, was it? He didn't go crazy. Only got like 2 assists. No bonus at all. So Martial pipped into that bonus point. So Kevin De Bruyne only got 3 more points than Salah. Yeah, so it was, to me, nothing to lose any sleep about. Too much faith in my United. Lesson learned again. Yeah, United, I didn't expect it to be like that. I said probably 2-0 to City or 3-0. 6-3. Jeez. That's something that really is something. Haaland's a beast. Absolute monster. He really is. Obviously, to everybody except Southgate. Yeah, it's obvious. With Maddison on about, he should be on the plane. Southgate is deluded. He really is. He's going to have the same boring team. It's I don't know. It's England, isn't it? Here we go again. I wildcarded. I wildcarded in game week 8. No chips otherwise. Foden on the wildcard turned out to be incredible. Foden, nice one. Yeah, he did well, didn't he? Nice one, mate. You're doing well. Absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible, mate. You -4 for Maddison, boss mode. It was worth it still, wasn't it? Absolutely incredible. Maddison's, he was an absolute mega differential going to this game week. Like I said, only 1 million, just over 1 million owned him going to this game out of 10.5 million managers. So he was like a mega differential. And it was just great to see. He's just an absolute gem. He really is. What else did we talk about? Game week. Should we look at the league table for the prize league? Like I said, it's already shut, guys, so you can't join it, unfortunately. It's one that I did inviting a lot of people, long-term subscribers, big names in the community, just people like that. So, yeah, shout out to all these guys here. There's about 70 of you. There we am. All the way next page as well. But yeah, this is how everyone's getting on. Leighton, who's a long-term viewer. We've got Andy North, FPL Mode on Twitter. We've got John, FPL Smarter, who's in the chat right now. Benny Blanco's on Twitter. Craig from Man on Pod FPL. Do check them out. Dan, who's on Twitter as well. FPL Harry, formerly known as FPL Tips. Tom from Who Got the Assist. Martin Baker from Above the Average FPL. And Craig from another Craig, who's done an FPL Journal, if you've come across that, about 2 months ago. He's also done a crossword as well. He is absolutely flying at the minute. Currently 1 point between separating him and above the average is Martin. So that's quite tense at the minute. So how many points am I behind them? 523. So I'm like, bloody hell. What, they're like 50 points, just over 50 points in front of me. Yeah, so it's good that you can keep track as well when on this FPL tools. If you want to know how it's all set, why it's set out like that, how it is, just download on your laptop or computer. On Google FPL tools, free to download, quick and easy, and you get like good stats like this. You can see how many points they've got. Well, last 5 game weeks, current rank, instead of clicking on the name and stuff, who the captain in for that game week, how many chips they played, what chips and everything. So it's very useful. It's very fun to look at. Very, very intriguing. Yeah, so I think we'll move on now after yabbing about that to Game Week 10. Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, hit the like button, subscribe. I will say if you like UCL Fantasy as well, check out my last video for Wildcard Draft I've done. But yeah, this is obviously no transfers done. I went to the European Games are done, so this is more than likely how I will probably set out for Game Week 10. This is how I'll more than likely will set out. So yeah, we just went at the extent on Mitra. I feel like they've rushed him because he had an ice pack on his foot after a game for Serbia in the Nations League, was it? Only earlier last week. And I feel they rushed him back. They shouldn't have done that. I know he's their top scorer, best player. Goals are probably only obviously going to come through him. But they rushed him. I don't know if Colm is here. He's a big Fulham fan. If he's heard anything about Mitra's injury. But yeah, this is how I probably will most likely line up. But obviously, I want to kind of do a transfer. Do I stick or twist with Salah or go back to KDB? Yeah, it is a tough one. It is a tough one. What to do with my Liverpool boys? I've got Awesome ahead as well, Game Week 12, to try and ditch another City player. Could always bench me Arsenal players. I don't want to get rid of Haaland, of course. It'd be Walker, obviously. So I've got that on my mind as well. What transfer to do? I don't really want to take a hit. I haven't taken a hit this season. Obviously, I'm not going to play a free hit. I've used my wild card already. So there's a lot of questions what to do. And obviously, I'm not making any moves yet. There's no need. I'm not struggling for any price changes or anything like that. Because at the moment, I've got about 2 million in the bank to spare. So it's all good. It's all good at the minute. So getting this green now, I want to keep this momentum up. Like we've only basically, I know we're going to Game Week 10. We only had like 8 game weeks because one of them was postponed. So it's early days, another 30 game weeks to go. So my target would be being at 568k to before the World Cup is to, I could even reach that, break it, but I'd like to try and get in top 100k, top 90, 100k before the World Cup starts. So I've still got another 6 to 7 game weeks to get in the top 100k, and I'll be happy with that. That's my target going into that little break with the World Cup. But yes, that's how I want to play it at the minute. We've got a lot of comments come through. What's everyone saying? Any news on Mitro? How you doing, Notorious Nerd? Hope it all's good, mate. Like I said, I haven't heard anything. Yeah, I don't know if anyone in chat has heard anything regarding Mitro's injury. Probably here in the next 2 to 3 days, nearer to presses. So I want to get rid of get in Martial for Tony. Getting Trossard in 12 for captaincy. That's interesting. Who they've got in game week 12? Game week 12 they would have Forest, I believe, because everyone seems to be eyeing that up, don't they? Forest are just woeful. Yeah, they've got Forest, Brighton. Yeah, so they're they're not great, are they, Forest? They've gone a bit bloody dodgy, aren't they? Don't forget to mention Ward's 8 points. Oh, I can't believe it either. Yeah, I think everyone slagged him off. I think he saw that everyone's slagging him off on Twitter and FPL community, and he's gone like, well, you know what? Come on, it was an easier game, wasn't it? It was Forest. Forest aren't really firing at the minute, are they? They've got like a completely different squad. They made about 20 transfer ins, like they're playing bloody FIFA career mode. So they've got a team that's still getting used to playing with each other in the same team, you know. So, you know, Ward was most likely to probably get a clean sheet and stuff. So, you know, but well done to people who had him or started him. I benched him because I wanted to start Reyes. So it's only 2 points difference, like no biggie. So, but well done to them. So, kept faith in him. Play Pope or Ward next week. Leicester. Should we go through some questions? And we'll go back. We'll fiddle it around. Timestamp it. Pope or Ward? Jeez. I would say Pope because he's more better, stronger. Yeah, I'd say Pope. I still don't trust Ward. I still don't trust him. I still think Rodgers' position is still in danger. I'm going to probably say Pope because he's relatively more stronger in that sort of position. Better. Yeah, well, also some questions. Oh, God, here they are. Here he is. Here's Cole. How you doing, mate? Trossard, game at 12, captaincy locked in. Everyone's doing this. Everyone's ready for Brighton to go at Forest. They're planning ahead already with captaincy. Hang on, who's? Oh yeah, City are not playing, are they? So yeah, it'd be great to have a differential captain. That'd be something, wouldn't it? Well, it's on my mind. He's saying so. It's not a bad shout. I might captain McAllister. Takes penalties. Let's everyone else say. Let's have a scroll up. Ooh. Stick. What is this one? Didn't captain Haaland, got in Madison. But you got in Madison, though, and gave him the armband, came out with a huge green arrow, 102 points. You know, he didn't get as many points as Haaland, but you didn't captain him. A lot of people were worried about that. They were like, oh, God, captain Salah, something like that. But as long as you got a green arrow at the end of it, that's amazing, 102 points. You got more than me. You got 6 more points than me, mate. Well played. Absolutely fantastic. I don't know where you are overall. How are you doing overall, mate? Nanjay, how are you doing in the overall rank as well? Let me know. How's your season going? Penguin, Denver. Who would you prioritise this game week, Zaha or Bowen, to keep for 3 weeks? Trossard coming in. Everyone's going to 3 in a row now with Trossard. Zaha, who would you prioritise, Zaha or Bowen, to keep for 3 weeks? You know what? We'll mix this about. We'll go through some questions. I'm going on for another 10 to 15 minutes. See what happens. Zaha or Bowen? Bowen, he's a weird one, isn't he? I'd say Will Zaha. Bowen's not bad, but I think you've got to go for Will Zaha because we know how deadly he is. He takes penalties. You know, Leeds defence is 50-50. Leicester's is woeful. I think Crystal Palace are always that strong team. That very, that run looks nice. I am considering Zaha myself, but I'd go for Will Zaha, mate. Prioritise bringing him in. That's what I'd say. No news on Mitro yet. Yeah, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. I'm not panicking. I'm just going to wait till European games are finished and then just see what happens. There's no need to panic. I kept Jesus, and he's hurting them. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't think Jesus is bad. I think Jesus he's not getting the returns as much now like he did at the start of the season. But I'm still going to keep him. I think with his high ownership as well, still, I think you kind of still have to keep him. I don't think it's a must keeping him, but like Haaland, obviously. But yeah, I think Jesus, I'm still going to keep him for now because I don't think there's that many forwards out there. Kind of worth looking at the minute. Well, Kane, but he's more expensive. Darwin Núñez hasn't really, and there's rotation there, so it is a tough one. How you doing, Guna? When do you think? When do you bring Arsenal City assets in again? For myself, I'm trying to get rid of Walker now, so I'm probably going to bench some of them going into that game week. I still think with Southampton and Forest after that, you'll want someone probably at least like someone like Jesus, obviously, probably bring them back game week 13. Game week 13 for City. They've got Brighton, Leicester. So I'd say personally, if you've got Haaland, keep Haaland going past game week 12. Keep him for game week 12. If you've got Jesus or Martinelli, keep one of them or maybe both. If you've got Saliba, keep him for game week 12. You just bench him. You don't need to worry about if you can bench Haaland, Jesus, Martinelli, or Saliba, or Haaland, Jesus, KDB. Maybe just sell KDB and bring in Salah, who we have is West Ham, and their defense ain't great. So maybe you want to do KDB to Salah go into that week, and then just bench the other guys. So, but then start the other guys. So I wouldn't like panic and then just absolutely tear your team to shreds. But yeah, that's the more likely way I'm probably gonna go for it. Yeah, guys, if you enjoy the stream, hit the like button, subscribe, share this stream with your mates. Yeah, we do appreciate it. Let's just have a look down here. What's everyone else saying in the comments? Nanjay, how you doing? Oh yeah, from before, around 468k. Absolutely incredible. Nice one, mate. Yeah, absolutely incredible. Who else is there? Nasty Balls, how you doing? Hard to gain rank at the moment with all the casuals and on Haaland captain. So targeting Forest is the way to go, I reckon. Yeah, well, yeah, I think like I said, that team is still unsettled. They've basically gone all FIFA career mode and changed the whole team. Like, they didn't need to do that. Do you know what's funny as well? I know it's different because it's Championship, but if you follow the Championship and Sunderland, for instance, Sunderland have come back up to the Championship after 4 or 5 years, and they're doing well. They're like in the playoffs at the minute, and they've not changed their team one bit. Their lineup, it's still the same lineup. So that's the chemistry. What Forest have got wrong here is messing up that whole chemistry. There's no chemistry now. There's no like everyone knows each other and they have to start from the beginning. They've messed up the whole team. I know Cook is still starting, or Worrell, Johnson's still starting, O'Brien, but the rest of the starting lineup, they're mixing it about. They've brought in too many players. They didn't need to do that. And it's kind of looks, they've unsettled that chemistry a bit, that relationship with each other, the other players. They've messed up big time, and they're going to get relegated if they don't sort this out. They really are. They've messed up. Is it Cooper, the manager? He's going to get sacked soon. He's messed up big time. He really has. So maybe target Forest isn't a bad idea. No. I don't hate it. So like I said, who have Forest got? Make it bigger for you guys. Villa. I'm planning to start him against Villa because Villa are woeful as it is. Wolves, Brighton. So it is interesting. Brighton will be an interesting one for captaincy. just so I know that. But you know, they've messed up big time. They really have. The FPL duo lads, how you doing? Afternoon, lads. 78 points for me this week. This from Huss. How you doing? Salah captain went badly, but triple Leicester saved me slightly. Decent, mate. Decent. Yeah. Because I nearly at last minute, like I said earlier, I nearly went Salah captaincy because I felt something big was going on. I know you're a fellow Liverpool fan as well, Huss, but I nearly hit the button about 10 minutes before the deadline. Honestly, I did. And then I thought, no, what am I doing? Don't be stupid, Penguin. Don't be outrageous. You know, you've made this mistake before, and it was Forest. Didn't do as good then like I did against United. So I did said, no, leaving it. It's fine. Go with the team you did on stream earlier that morning, about half an hour ago. So I did it. So I stay with Haaland because I would have been so annoyed over Captain Salah. I could rant about Liverpool. I know you're a fellow Liverpool fan, like I said, but you know, I can make a rant about my club, my team, and our season. But that's for another day. Any thoughts on Sterling Penguin? I don't mind him. I just want to see how Cooper does first. I mean, did he do anything against Thingamajig? What's his name? Crystal Palace. I think he did, didn't he? Or did he not? No, he didn't. No, he didn't. He blanked it. I don't think he's worth it, to be honest with you. I don't think he's worth it. It's like a false 9. To be quite frank with you, I don't think he's worth it. Are we keeping Salah this week? Are we keeping Salah this game week or going back to KDB, Foden, reverse transfer? If you can't afford, it would save so much money, and Foden's getting the minutes. And he's like the golden boy for Pep. Like I think Foden's still a good alternative to KDB for sure. I'm looking to probably steer away from Salah soon because, like I said, I could rant about my club all day, and I'm getting absolutely pissed off seeing the way we're playing at the minute. But Gut says Arsenal will win again. They probably might, mate. They probably might. That's why I'm probably going to start Jesus Martinelli. We're just woeful at the minute, even with Matip and Van Dijk at the back, and you know we're just absolutely woeful. So, yeah, if you got any Arsenal boys, start them because that's going to be one hell of a match for us. I think Haaland will be rested against Southampton. It all depends if he starts against Copenhagen. That's the thing. Tomorrow, if he starts against Copenhagen. So, but if we go back to this, even if he's rested, well, if you think he's going to be rested the whole match and there's the 5 sub rule as well, Pep will probably bring him on 60th, 70th minute. Could still score a goal, get an assist in that, 2 goals, and jump straight into the bonus points. You know, he's such a good player. Playing so high up the pitch that, you know, it's just hard to bully off the ball. He's not sitting back. He's getting an onside position in the opposition's half, and he's just waiting. You know, defenders are watching him, and he's just like getting a good ball from Silva, KDB, or something like that, Foden, and he's just there making them runs. You can't stop him then. Once he's got the ball, you can't stop him. It's glued to his feet, and he just shoots, and it goes in the back of the net. Cohen, what's he saying? I'm looking at bringing in Haaland this game week. You're not at Haaland? Jeez. Wow. I'm looking at finally bringing Haaland. You're not at wow. Jeez. Just means I can get rid of Mitro and De Bruyne as Zaha comes in as well. Okay. Yeah, I think Haaland's rested. The scenes, if Haaland is benched and don't come on game week 10, like I said, the scenes, like I say, if he comes on in the 70th minute, he'll probably score. He's that good. Nanjay, thoughts on bringing in Coutinho as a punt? No, definitely no. Be honest with you, mate. In my opinion, no. The way Villa are at the minute, Gerrard's near enough going to get the sack. No, definitely no, in my opinion. Big up FPL Duo. Yeah, absolute top lads. Do check them out, Huss and Jordan. I've had them on twice. now on my channel. Absolute legends. Do check them out. Absolute great guys. Do check them out. FPL Duo, top lads. This Haaland is different to the one I knew for the last 3 years. This Haaland is taking the mickey out of the Premier League. Like, what was the stat? He's got the most hat tricks. He's beaten the likes of Michael Owen and all that. He's broken some records already, I'm sure. And what was another one that's come out as well? He's got 14 goals, and he's 9 goals away from beating last season's top goal scorer. And we've only had about 8 games. What the hell? He's got another 30 games to go, and he's not blank yet in any of those game weeks. He's going to get 40-odd goals and more. He is. He's taking the mickey out of this league. It really is. It's like you're playing FIFA, and you know when you go on the little settings when you're playing FIFA, and you just like pump up the speed to max 100, or the agility and something like that, or the finishing or the shooting speed. It's like that. It's like someone's done that to him. He's taking the mickey out of this league. Premier League's meant to be the best, the most competitive, hardest in the world, and he just goes straight into it, first time ever, and does this. He's making it look easy. He really is. He's an incredible player. He really is. How you doing, mate? The Journey Onwards podcast. Welcome to my channel. First time seeing the chat. Hope you enjoy what you see. But yeah, I'm looking forward to see what you do on your podcast. But yeah, thank you for tuning in. I think Uber could be a shout, cheap and bigger goal threat. Probably better than Sterling. Yeah, definitely. Hi Nick, how you doing, mate? Oh, you doing good? You're doing good, aren't you, in the overall rankings? Haaland, absolute beast. He's an absolute beast. I just wish the guy behind me, can you see him? I'm pointing at him now. This guy here, should we get bigger? That guy, can you see him? Just behind the penguin. Nunes, stop headbutting players. Well, start, for instance, Klopp start him and start, like, doing what Haaland can do, please. Because it's getting a bit embarrassing now, especially the way we're playing. Yeah. So, Uber takes up an important forward spot, yeah. I like him. I think he's decent. I mean, what do you get? Has he got anything yet? Uber. Aubameyang. Oh, he scored against Crystal Palace, didn't he? Aubameyang. And he got an assist against Salzburg in the Champions League. I think he's a good shout to go for, because fixtures-wise, if we go back... guys, if you're enjoying the stream... Probably getting really pissed off at me saying it now. Hit the like button, subscribe. Means a lot. Helps out the stream. Hit subscribe button as well. And share the stream with your mates, guys. Hit the notification bell too, guys. We do appreciate it. Where are we at now? Oh, fixtures. Let's have a look at fixtures for Chelsea. Here we go. Wolves, Villa, Brentford, United. Why not? United are shit, aren't they? Still are. So Wolves and Villa. I like them definitely the first two, next three. And Aubameyang's a nice shout for sure. Wolves will be tough because we know they're kind of a defensive, very sound at the back team at times. Can frustrate a lot of sides. But I think Aubameyang's a good one for sure, and I do like that. Good shout, you guys. Good shout, of course. Cheat codes, create a player. And we said, he needs time to adapt. Adapting his foot up to EPL. Up the EPL. I tell you, yeah, it's like that. It's create a player, isn't it? He just absolutely just... It's mental. This guy is unhuman. I don't mean it disrespectfully. I praise him. He's incredible. He's I can't explain it. I've admired this guy for a while. He's played for Salzburg, and I'm sure he scored against us when we played Salzburg before the Dortmund move. When we were looking at when Minamino was doing well for Salzburg, we got the wrong player, didn't we? Should have gone for Haaland before he went to Dortmund. Yeah, so Haaland. It's a shame he's not at the World Cup. It's a shame he's not at the World Cup, Norway. It is a shame, but he's very young still. He's got a good 15 years still in him. Still check time. Next Euros or something like that. Can't believe he didn't start the weekend. And there's a Diaz left wing. Diaz left wing. Darwin striker. Salah game on the right side. Yeah, Carvalho. I think it was just testing. I think I don't want to rant about it. That's for another stream. But we'll do. It's a new series. Let's talk about Liverpool. Penguin rants about my team. Should we add that as a series on here? Any Liverpool fans? No, but yeah, shocking. Absolutely shocking. We've got Rangers tonight. I'm not. Rangers still without a win. It's going to be tough still. So the way we're playing. So hopefully we get the job done, win something like 3-0. But I wouldn't put it past Rangers if they got themselves a cheeky goal, something like that. As a Man United fan, it's hard to watch Haaland, but as an FPL manager, he's a dream. I know a lot of Man United fans, FPL managers. Shout out to FPL Maestro. If you're watching, bud, I'm not going to rub it in. I know it's hard. I know your season 50-50 at the minute, but you captain since Diarra from Leeds. He got sent off. But you had Haaland in your team. You didn't captain him. We talked about it. This is FPL Maestro, top guy. Check him out on Instagram, Twitter. He didn't captain Haaland, and it was because he's a Man United fan. And I agree with that. I would never, being a Liverpool fan, I would never captain a player. I wouldn't captain Haaland if he played us. It's bad enough having that player against us anyway, but I would never captain a player against us, even if Haaland, if he goes crazy against us, so be it. I couldn't do it. That's just disrespect to my team. It's just, I feel dirty doing it. So I would never do it. So I agree with Maestro there, what he did, because it shows his love for his club, Man United. Hard to watch for him. But yeah, I agree with him, what he did there. I wouldn't do it myself. I wouldn't captain Haaland versus Liverpool. And I say that now. You won't see me do it. You won't see me do it, even if we were like 16th when it comes to that fixture, or 10th or something like that, or 12th. Hopefully we turn it around, but by then. But yeah, let you know, guys know now. Yeah, it was hard to watch for you guys. I can't imagine how bad it was. It must have been really, really hard. Chelsea defender should be essential this game week. Wolves play great football, but just can't put the ball in the back of the net. Has he been sacked yet, the Wolves manager? Or is he about to get sacked? I don't know, but yeah, I think even get Reece James back in, for sure. If you've got Reece James, hold him starting for that game. Wolves don't score much; they do it. You know what I mean? They're just such a weird team that tackle out, hard to pick from, awkward team. David Huss didn't mention Jordan. Convinced him last minute on the live stream that Man United defense would be too much for Haaland, and he should switch to Captain Salah. Jordan did it all with a straight face too. Wow. Yeah, I didn't expect that game to be like that. I did not expect. I thought with Maguire out, Martinez and Varane would have made it a lot more harder. Mine was wrong, wasn't it? We're all wrong. 3-1 to Liverpool tonight in the predictor. I put that as well. I put 3-1. I gave Rangers a goal. We need to come on. We've been lucky in a lot of matches, like with Ajax and Newcastle. We played very well against, I feel we deserve the win against Ajax for sure, but very tough. But hopefully we'll get the job done tonight. Gunnar, Penguin, why do you still own? Where is it? Lost it again. Why do you still own Salah? Do you see any other low-put assets? Not at the minute, no. Especially with rotation. No, I don't see anyone better as a local asset of We're shocking, mate. We're shocking. Yeah, I only brought him in this game week. That's just gone. I brought him in for KDB, and KDB only got 3 more points than him, so it was a punt worth taking. I already had Haaland. I didn't expect much from the Man United game. I thought we were back before that game kicked off against Brighton. I was wrong. But yeah, he was lucky to get that assist being on and offside. So yeah, it was a punt I wanted to take, bringing him back in for this game week. What's someone saying? When do you think the City rotation will start on Haaland, especially? It's still happening now. It'll be interesting who starts against Copenhagen. Maybe he'll be rested for that game. Who knows? If he is rested for that game, I imagine then he'll start against Southampton. So it's all about if he starts or not against Copenhagen, Haaland. They've got Alvarez, who's a lovely player, who seems to be adapting well to that City lineup. Mara's in there. So I think he's going to go for a weaker side. Imagine players like Diaz, who didn't start at the weekend, will start for City against Copenhagen. Gomez will probably still start, with Walker possibly being out and nursing that injury he's got. It's going to be interesting, but I don't think they'll want to take him too lightly, Copenhagen City, but I think they'll want to get they know they probably more likely get the job done with a second string team out. But I think they won't go too weak, but I think they might give Haaland a break in that game and then bring him on last 20 minutes, 15 minutes, who knows? I don't know. He has been sacked. They'll probably sign another Portuguese manager. Oh, thanks for that, Combe. What are you doing for the City Arsenal blank? Like Nick, I'm just getting rid of Walker, and then possibly just benching Haaland, Jesus, and Martinelli, something like that. Or probably get rid of Martinelli this week for Zaha. So I'll probably bench Saliba, Haaland, Jesus for that game week. Then I don't want to get rid of too many, because then we've got Southampton and Forest for Arsenal in game week 13-14. So there's no real point doing that, is there? Guys, if you're enjoying the stream, you can get sick of me saying this. Hit the like button and subscribe. Really helps out the channel and the video. It really means a lot, guys. I don't know why I put thanks for watching. Well, thanks for watching anyway. It sounds like I'm going. But thanks for watching. A great turnout. 18, 19 people at the minute. Thank you so much. Any more questions here? Sparta. I don't see Rangers even getting a goal, to be honest. Well, mate, the way we're playing, I wouldn't be surprised if they scored, but they know they'll need to get a win. But I think they'll want to aim for third place, is it, for Europa League? So they want to know they can still have a shout of doing. But I think we'll get the job done. Hopefully, I'm not saying but I think 3-1 Liverpool. I think we'll just mess up with something and they'll get that cheeky goal, put us on our toes. But I think we'll hopefully get the job done. But maybe it'll be a 3-0 win. I sound really down and out about, I think, because the way we're playing. We're on about 45 minutes now. How time flies, eh? Liverpool, I've still only conceded 9 goals in the league this season. But we shouldn't be dropping points to Fulham. No disrespect, I'm just saying, but we should be getting the drop done. But I mean, Fulham, Crystal Palace, Manchester United, Everton, just about beat Newcastle. Dropping points to Brighton. We should be winning these. I don't know. I could go on all day about Liverpool, but now's not the time. Stop making me talk about my club, please. What about Champions League wildcard draft? Mate, how you doing? I've done a live stream. I've done a wildcard draft in my last video. Do check it out. If you want to check that out, it's in my last video on my channel, UCL Fantasy. Thank you for tuning in. But yeah, I've been messing around with wildcard a bit. I'm still messing around with mine. Waiting early team news from Bayern will be interesting. So a lot will probably change with that. But do check that out, mate. Quick score predictions for this game week. I plan my transfers. Should we do some? I will get a stream out, obviously. I want to try and get a guest back on again. I don't know. I just haven't had time at the minute. We'll do predictions. Guys, if you want to put your predictions in for game week 10. Should put just put your predictions in down below as I go along, and I'll read them out. We'll start off with Bournemouth Leicester, guys. What we're saying? What score prediction for Bournemouth Leicester? I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Leicester. Bournemouth might score, but I think 2 or 3-0. I think Bournemouth look relatively tight at the back, but I'm going to Bournemouth relatively tight at the back with this new manager, caretaker manager. So I'm going to go for a 2-0 Leicester win. I'll just take that off the screen for a minute. So who else is there as well? We've got Chelsea versus Wolves. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Chelsea. Manchester City versus Southampton. 5-0. 4-5-0 win for City. Next one, Newcastle versus Brentford. Going for I think they'll get the clean sheet. Newcastle. I'm going to go for 2-0 Newcastle. I've got Raya in goal, but I'm trying not to be biased as hell. 1-0 and 2-0 to Newcastle. Brighton versus Spurs. I think this is going to be a very tough game. I really do think so for Spurs. I'm going to go for a draw. 1-1 or 2-2 draw. I think it's going to be high. Well, I think it's going to have goals, but I think Brighton are going to make it tough. They're in good form, even with Potter gone. Spurs aren't, with Emerson Royale out. Suspended, I think. Did he get a red card? Yeah. So I think I'm going for a 2-2 draw in that game. I think it's going to have goals. And it's going to be tight. Moving on to Crystal Palace versus Leeds. I'll read out the comments in a minute. We'll get a lot of predictions through. Awesome. Crystal Palace versus Leeds. I'm going to go for since the early out, Rodrigo's back, but I'm going to go for a clean sheet for Crystal Palace. I'm going to go for a 2-0 win for Crystal Palace in this game. West Ham versus Fulham. I'm going to go for depends if Mitro's out or not, but I'll go for 2-1 West Ham. 2-1 to West Ham. If Mitro's back, I'll go for 2-1 West Ham. If Mitro's not back, I'll go for 2-0 West Ham. Arsenal versus Liverpool. Okay, Arsenal versus. Try not to be biased, Calvin. Try not to be biased. I like to have hope. I'm going to say a draw. I don't think we'll win. I hope we win. Arsenal's going to be tough. They're up there. God, they're doing so well. I'm going to go for a 1-1 draw. But that's my heart speaking. But my brain is saying Arsenal win. But my heart, I don't think we'll win. But I've got to back my boys still. 1-1 in that game. But my brain says Arsenal win. Everton versus Manchester United. Anthony looks a really good player for United, doesn't he? So I'm going to say 2-0. I think Everton will score like Mopé or something like that. I'm going to say 2-1 win for Manchester United. I think they'll just get it in the end. Forest versus Everton. That's going to be interesting. I'm going to say Forest needs to get the points on the board. Everton. Did I say Everton? Villa. Forest v Villa. Villa. So I think this will be a 1-1. Villa in the same boat as well. I'm going to say 1-1. Hard to call. So those are my predictions. I'm going to read some out. From quite a lot of you. We've got 1-0 Leicester from Denver. We said here, Liverpool must win today or risking joining me and the Gunners in Europe. Oh, God, we're not going to play Europa League. God. 3-0 to Leicester from Gunnar. 0-0. We've also got 3-0 to Chelsea. 2-0 to Chelsea. 6-0 City. I think it's going to be high scoring as well. 2-2. 0-0 Brentford. 3-2 to Brighton. I honestly think Brighton could go for it, honestly. So that's why I said 2-2. 3-2 to Brighton. 4-0 to City. 4-0 to Palace. 4-2 to Palace. If Mitro is out 3-0, should I say, to West Ham. 2-1 West Ham, 3-1 to the Gunners, 3-1 to Arsenal. Come on, Penguin. 4-3 Liverpool. What a very last minute game. It's 3-3 and then the 90th minute. Nunes heads one in. No, listen, I've got. I'm trying to be optimistic. I don't know. It's Arsenal as well, and it's away from home. They're the team in form. Got to be realistic. I'd take a draw. 4-0 to United. Desmond at Goodison. 1-0 Villa. 1-1 Forest and Villa. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit of a boring one, that, isn't it? Yeah, so what was everyone saying before? We'll sign off in a minute. Are you going to switch Salah? So are you on the Salah train till game week 16, or will you switch? I'm getting rid of Salah soon, very soon. Could be this game week, who knows? Yeah, I'm not keeping him long. The way we're playing. Listen, I want to do well in FPL. I want to do really well. I'm on a green hour. 4 green hours in a row. Sorry, Mo. Any thoughts on Trossard, aside from 2 decent upcoming fixtures? I like him. Never one mentioned Trossard. Brighton have tough run of games. I think Trossard's worth a punt. I think he's very, very attacking. Probably, arguably, the best Brighton attacker there at the minute to go for. Definitely. I need nice differential in mid for around 7 million. Top of my head. If anyone can think of one for help, Nanjay out, appreciate it. Depends who you got in your team already, mate. Who's in your midfield already? Let me know. Here we go. How you doing, Matt? Do subscribe to FPL Matt Day. He's got a YouTube channel as well. Top guy. I'd love to get him on one of my streams one day. Hope you're doing good, Matt. Thank you, mate. Really appreciate it. Really appreciate it, mate. 2-0 to the Villa. Liverpool will take a draw. Wow, Arsenal is definitely. Listen, I would, the way we're playing now. Let's be realistic. I take a draw. I take a draw from Arsenal away from home. Like, a win's gonna be so tough. I don't want to win more, but I take a draw from Arsenal because the way they're playing, they're the team on the much better form than us. You know, and it's gonna be such a tough game away from home. So I'm taking you an Arsenal fan with Gunnar in your name. But yeah, it's gonna be a tough game. Gotta be realistic. But if we manage to get a win, I'll be ecstatic. I'll be over the moon. But I'd take a draw, honestly. Coutinho, yeah, we were talking about him earlier, mate. I'll go back to my other team as well. This is how I got on. 20 new people watching, 96 points, 568k. I was about 1.1 million before this game started. So that's how I got on. 21. That's tuning in now. That's how I got on in game week 9. That's just gone. Which question as well? Coutinho, yeah, somebody else will talk about Coutinho. I don't particularly like him. Not like in personal terms because he used to play for Liverpool, but I'm just saying FPL, Villa aren't in great form. They got Forest next. I think people just jump on the bandwagon now thinking Villa and Leicester are the same. They're not. Leicester are better attackers and stuff. Maddison, if you compare Maddison to Coutinho, who's better? In my opinion, for the last few years, Maddison. I think Coutinho is such a punt, very risky punt. I think it's very punty, in my opinion. I don't expect much from that Forest Villa game, in my opinion. I don't expect much, no. But that's my opinion. Rodrigo's a differential, definitely with him back as well, and more likely to start still. With since the Ella out as well, I know he started in that draw against Villa. Definitely a shout. Rodrigo, Nanjay, he's in decent price, one to look out for. He was doing well before his injury. Rashford, I have him, but not suggested. Willock cheap. 96 points is huge. It's huge. How many points did you get, Matt? How did you do, mate? How are you doing this season as well? Forgot to ask. That's fair point, Villa. Yeah, they're just looking average. I think we just got to think this through and just like not making it rash decisions. I know everyone's thinking, oh, let's target Forest, and fair enough. Like I said, this squad, they made like 20 odd signings, like FIFA career mode. They're still trying to gel. The chemistry is not great. But then you're thinking, do we really want to have a Villa player in and target that? It's going to be compare them to Leicester, Villa to Leicester. It's different levels at the minute. I know Leicester haven't been great this season, but goals wise, Maddison, he's getting the goals, he's getting the returns. So I wouldn't rush too far into it. I'm gonna probably sign off soon. Just here for another few guys, another 2 minutes. If you have enjoyed the stream, guys, hit the like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Thank you so much for subscribing. Really do appreciate it. Matt coming out there saying 75 points, not having a great season. They're starting the early Haaland hauls. Oh, unlucky, mate. Like I say, it's like people say, it's a marathon, not a sprint. Still time to make up ground. Set yourself a target leading up to the World Cup in that game week 16. So my target at the minute's to get into the top 100k before that break. So yeah, still anything could happen. Probably a few red arrows might hit me along the way, but let's see what happens. But yeah, set yourself a target. Don't make any rash decisions. Just see what happens. But yeah, Denver might move Rashi out for Zaha and get Martial for Tony. Just having 0.9. Yeah, you could do that. But yeah, I think we'll wrap up now. Should we wrap up? Right, guys, we're wrapping up now. Yeah, sticking all over. Look at that. Anyway, guys, listen, I've enjoyed this stream. If you have enjoyed it, hit the like button. Shout out to a few people who have YouTube channels: FPL Matt Day, FPL Duo. Just so many great people. It's great to see people like Denver in there as well. I haven't seen for a while. Great to see Sparta, Nick in there as well. Combe, everyone. Shout out to everybody. Good luck, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much, mate. Anyway, guys, enjoy the Champions League, Europa League, Conference League, and I shall see you guys hopefully Thursday, Friday for a Game Week 10 stream. So take it easy, guys, and see you later.